So we're moving right along with session 21 of the Fractured Heart of Stathmore campaign, and this was actually kind of a really interesting session because I realized I have a co-DM. Why not use that in a session? So while Matthew was DMing the group within High Burrows, someone that couldn't quite get there last session, Egan, I was actually helping Egan find the rest of the party, kind of fill up some lore spaces as well while he was getting there. So, Egan meets up with the rest of the party, and Abdu fills Egan in, kind of like on the city, the circumstances. And, Egan's like, why are we helping them? They're savages. Because this was a really interesting point, because I think it was kind of like, yeah, why are we helping them in some people's minds? It kind of brought up an inner fear, and it's funny because while he was saying, like, well, they're savages, why should we help them? I had developed this orc character that everyone loved, which I loved that they loved it. And it's a orc that was cursed because his skin literally turned to stone, and they call him Granite in the tribe. And he's really interesting but very imposing figure. So no one in the party, they said, well, if we turn, what if we do attack them? Well, we have Granite to worry about. Anyway, so Egan makes a really good argument against helping the orcs, even if they just want to learn. How do they know that? They just want to learn. But anyway, they learn about this one character named Baron Ulrich Crow. So they decide to go to his house because they think it's suspicious that he left so soon after. It was still 3 months, but it was enough to kind of prompt them saying it's still kind of weird. So they go to his house, and they actually found his secret room in his study, which goes downstairs, and it was really interesting sleuthing thing, especially since I hadn't developed the map for the house. So I even had I even asked one of the players, like, okay, what do you think would be here? I was like, well, I think it might be this. I was like, okay, that's what's there. So toiletries and all that stuff. Anyway, they'd go underneath. We had a really funny moment where Ashley J. Williams, sees the cellar, and he's like, no, I don't want to go in the cellar, and just runs away since, Evil Dead. But anyway, they find out that there was a fire going and that some paperwork had escaped some of the blaze, but because you could see that it's still singed on the bottom. So, they're in the cellar, and they're like, okay, so why were they destroying this paperwork? And or if it wasn't being destroyed, why? How come it just ended up being burned? So they realized that Crow had actually moved to Aram because of this paperwork. It's more or less him saying that the town can keep his property and all this other stuff. And of course, down there they found a really interesting, in my opinion, a really interesting magical item, because I decided to get creative. And so while they're there, they decide it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll sleep in the mansion. Another lesson learned, because all but 2 of them were armor, so they end up with some exhaustion. So yeah. So I'm gonna cover session 22 in the next video.